Hey, it's 11:40 The Bet and Audacy Sports. And look at us, another Hall of Famer joining the program, because joining us now is an Impact Wrestling Hall of Famer, seven-time knockout champion, one of Canada's best. Gail Kim joins us. Gail, first off, thank you for making the time for us. And we're going to start right here with 2023 being right, starting right now. What are some of your goals, whether it's in Impact Wrestling or in your life for the year?
Oh, nice. Oh, that threw me off a little bit.
We'll get to the violence later. We'll get to
Listen,
it later.
you know what? I've been so blessed my whole life. I am a very motivated woman. I just want, I have a little surprise for April of this year that
Okay.
people will find out about, that I'm giving myself a little self challenge that will be a little exciting, but I'll announce that further down the line. But for, in terms of wrestling, I would love to see another women's pay-per-view, maybe joint with some other companies and stuff like that. See the women's tag team division grow, and I just want Impact Wrestling to continue using these knockouts the way that they do, because I just feel so fulfilled and watching this division grow. It's like my little baby in my heart. So I
Yeah,
couldn't be
absolutely.
happier. I want to, accomplish some things for myself, because I don't get to have the same, I guess, feeling as when I was a wrestler. So maybe give myself some self-fulfillment in some way. And then for the girls in terms of the knockouts. Yeah.
Well, first off, thank you for the tease to start off the interview. And we're going to get to all that stuff that you mentioned. And
Yeah.
for those of you that aren't aware, of course, you're involved in Impact Wrestling, or you're a producer. You got your hands in a lot of things backstage. And I'm wondering, for a lot of people, it may seem like a natural evolution, like, oh, person doesn't wrestle anymore, so now they're backstage.
Yeah.
It may seem like a natural evolution, but I'm wondering, was it an easy transition doing what you're doing now?
I mean, it was a natural transition, I would say. I don't know if it was easy. I think a lot of people, the misconception is because you're in wrestling that, oh, it would be just easy to just transition over to another role. But, you work so hard to excel as a wrestler, as a performer. But even then, I always try to tell people it took me about 8 years to get really confident and really good in the ring, to be honest. Yeah, you can have a lot of potential, but where you can lead in the ring and feel like you have something to teach others, it takes a long time. And just starting at the bottom again, in terms of, I had the tools I needed to become a producer, but it took a while. It was like starting all over again. And in a lot of ways, I liked it because I was challenged again, because at the end of my career, that was one of the reasons why I retired, was not only my back, but I really couldn't answer the question, what's my next goal? What's the next thing I want to achieve? And so once I knew I couldn't answer that, I was like, okay, let's move on to another role. And then I started from the beginning, and I have light years to go in that regard. I've only been doing it a couple of years now, and I just want to get really good at that too.
And they can tell too, like, I appreciate the passion, because that half the
Yeah.
time that leads the way, and no matter what you're interested in or what you like. And I'm curious too, because so here in Las Vegas with the Raiders, this season they hired Sandra Douglas Morgan, who is a local girl here from Las Vegas, but she became the first president to be a woman in the NFL. Not only
Oh,
that, the
very
first
cool.
African American woman. And
Yeah.
we've talked to her and we've had her on the show, and a lot of things that gets brought up, and a lot of questions that she gets is, hey, the pressure of, you're African American, you're a woman,
Yeah.
this, that, and the third. For you in your position, obviously you're great. Obviously you care a lot, and you are part of so much of Impact's history. Is it easy for you to, like, kind of compartmentalize, like, you're not a wrestler when you're trying to tell these stories, and kind of getting into the mind of the talent to make the best match possible, and kind of being in that producer mind state?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the biggest challenges that I had, and sometimes I still forget to this day, is that, everyone's different. Everyone's gonna think differently. Some people are more capable of doing certain things. And I have to realize, okay, they're not me, or, they're not gonna think like me, or they're not gonna be able to do it like I would, or, and they may have different strengths that I'm not even aware of. So,
That has to be
really
so
being,
hard.
yeah, really being open-minded and collaborating together. And I think both people need to be open-minded, the talent and the producer, in terms of what's going to give them the greatest success. So it's always ever changing in terms of each talent and what they have to bring. And, their various experience levels. Some people are just walking in and need to learn everything. And some people are at the top of their game and, have something to teach. But listen, Ric Flair always said, and it always resonated with me. And he said, you're learning every day. And this was like when he was late in his career, he was always saying, I'm still learning every day. And I was like, wow, Ric Flair saying he's learning every day. And I still feel like that to this day. Had a whole career in the ring, and now I'm still learning behind the scenes, right? And so you just want to try your best to pass that along.
No, of course, you got to be a sponge wherever you are. And
Yeah.
before we get into Hard to Kill, I do want to ask you, because speaking to some of the talent, like we talked to Heath last time you guys were in town here in Vegas, and the one thing I appreciated and I liked, and that you can tell in the product, is they speak on the creative freedom and just the freedom in general working at Impact. I want to ask you, in your career, like as a wrestler, how hard is it to portray a character that really isn't you? Because all these great characters, you got to have, no matter in the movies or in wrestling, you got to have a little bit of yourself in it for it to really pop. So how hard is it when you're in these situations where like, this isn't really what I want to be doing, but I got to go out there and try to make this work?
Yeah, I mean, I would say my very first character, I guess, when I started in WWE was a Matrix character, and I really didn't even understand it. They dressed me, they created the vignettes and all those things, and I didn't understand it and was too afraid to even say anything. So, this is where, we talk about environments you're in, and what Heath was alluding to was, having that little bit of creative freedom and having that comfort level to be able to approach even the creative team and work with, maybe they have an idea of what you are and you're like, oh, I wasn't even feeling that. But sometimes you don't feel like you can say those things. And so we have a very good environment in terms of developing characters, using every talent that is under contract with us. So I think that creates also a very positive work environment. But yeah, people being allowed to feel like they can be themselves. And also, our creative team, sometimes we may not even understand who this person is when they walk into our company. And it takes even a while to figure out what their real life character is. And then they'll say, you know what, let's get on the phone and like, I want to hear all about you. And maybe we can pick this one thing. And sometimes it is just getting to know that person backstage and what they're really like. And then taking something of a spark that we see within that person and making it 100-fold. And I think we do a really good job. I really love the creative team and what they do. And it's just, I love them. I think it's a very small creative team within our company, but a very effective team.
And I do, like, I wish we could talk for hours, but obviously we can't. So next time we do talk, I'm saving a note with what you said. I think it's very important where you brought up, I didn't even feel comfortable. I was kind of scared to even talk to them and say, hey, can we change this up a little bit? Because it's your opportunity. Like even in radio, there's been moments where I'm like, okay, let's try to make this work. But we'll save that for later. Let's get into Hard to Kill. Happened in Atlanta, it just happened over the weekend. We're gonna start with the main event. Mickie James wins the knockout title. So much for her last rodeo with her career on the line. How fun has this run been working with Mickie?
Oh my gosh. I adore Mickie. I've always loved Mickie. I've known her for such a long time and knew her from Alexis Lurie all the way up to Mickie James now. And I remember seeing her as an indie talent when we were both indie girls, and to see the success of her career and the roller coaster of what she's gone through. And I just have the utmost respect for everything that she's done. And I think a lot of people, with Jordynne Grace being that competitor, who's one of the best in the game right now in the industry.
We'll get to her next.
Yeah, female-wise. I think, this was, a lot of people thought that she was going to be retired that night. And, Lisa was there crying. I told everyone the story that people were texting me saying, oh, Lisa was crying. We thought Mickie was going to retire. And, it was an excellent match. Just great pro wrestling. More than anything, people are just so emotionally invested. And to see Mickie come out victorious that night. I mean, Jordynne said it as well, and I've said it before. They both came out victorious. The fans came out victorious in the end for that match, for the main event. It was incredible and couldn't have asked for a better ending. And it's really just an ending, but a new beginning. So now I'm excited to see what's going to happen from the fallout from Hard to Kill, this Thursday on Impact on Access TV, but also this Friday and Saturday, we're going to be in Orlando and we're going to see the fallout from Hard to Kill there live in person. So you can come see us in Orlando, impactwrestling.com. You can get one night, Friday or Saturday, or you can get both nights. And I'm excited. You'll never know what you're going to see, because we saw Santino show up, we saw Frankie Kazarian show up, we saw Lisa Marie show up. There's just so many exciting surprises.
And you can also next month, in the not too distant future, No Surrenders happening, Samsound Live. Impact's coming back to Vegas. Three nights, February 24th through the 27th. Of course, get your tickets at Ticketmaster. And you brought up Jordynne Grace. So Gail, just please don't be mad at me. This is a moment for me to be honest. So I'm a father. I have a 4-year-old son.
Yes.
He's very impressionable. So much so that he thinks steel chairs are pillows, and we can't watch much wrestling around the house. So I have to, when I go to the bathroom for 20 minutes, not really to go use the bathroom, but just a mind break, try to sneak in some clips. And I know Jordynne Grace is phenomenal. Seeing her transformation. Just could you tell me a little bit about her, because she's a superstar, and I'm so excited for February to go see her in person and see the action.
I'm glad you're excited to see her. Just to see how far she's come in the last couple of years. I knew when I first saw her, in another company's pay-per-view, and it was like she was wrestling guys, and I saw the potential. And then she walked into our company and I still saw the potential. And getting to know her and seeing her just change throughout the years, and not just in the ring. Everyone has seen her physical transformation over the last couple of years, and her taking her job so seriously and knowing what it takes to be successful in this business. She does sacrifice, and you're seeing the benefits of all that. She looks like a star. She's bringing it in the ring. She's had so many incredible matches this past year. I always told her at the very beginning, because she used to have a different mindset when it came to wrestling, right? And then she became a little bit more open-minded to hear the advice from all the people that, came before her and who are in the office and helping, guide her. And she's been very open-minded and taken some of those pieces and really applied it to her work game. And you're seeing it, the passion, the intensity, the match quality. It's just incredible. I can count on, I always told her before, because she used to say she'd work for moves of a match and to get those GIFs on Twitter and whatever. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You want to have those matches that people are going to remember 10 years down the road and say, do you remember that match Jordynne Grace had from 10 years ago against Mickie James? Oh my God, I still remember that. That's what you should be striving for. And that's what she had with Mickie James at Hard to Kill, because people are going to remember that match because they were so emotionally involved and invested in that match. And that was the most common comment I heard from everyone that watched that match. It was their favorite match because they were so emotionally invested.
Yeah, if you make somebody feel something like that, sticks. That sticks.
Just like we remember, what we watched as a kid, we're going to remember those things that stuck with us, in our hearts and our minds.
And I love the different generations of you're like, what do you mean? You want to be a GIF? Like, what do you mean? You're going to go out here for 15 minutes, not this 3-second clip.
And she ruined me all that. She ruined me on all that too. She's like, it's not a GIF, Gail. It's a GIF. I was like, but it's spelled with a G. And she's like, go Google it. So Jordynne's if you ever get to know Jordynne, she's very in that regard. I'm like, fine, now I got to call it a GIF.
Yeah, my aunt calls them memes. But anyway, I have some speed round questions for you.
Yes.
Let's get to them right now. Because I know you're on your media run. You got a lot of people to talk to. So let's do this. Your favorite Christmas gift you got this year?
A trip to Hawaii.
Nice. That works. What do you mean? That works. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Where's the oddest place you've ever wrestled at?
Oh, The one that sticks out to me is this fair where we had to get driven down to the ring in these golf carts, and the ring was surrounded by haystacks because it was so dirty and muddy. And there was 2 people in the crowd, and it was me, and I only remember 3 of us in the match, but there were 4 of us. But it was a mixed tag, and I know it was Chris Sabin, myself, Angelina Love, and someone else. I can't remember who it was.
Did were there animals ringside? No animals?
No animals.
Okay.
Just hay.
Favorite TV show of last year?
Oh, of last year? Ooh, last year TV shows. Oh, White Lotus. Is that last year? Yeah, White Lotus.
Jennifer Coolidge, if you're watching this,
She's the best.
DMs are open. Anyway, match that left you in the most pain ever in your career.
Oh, anything with Kong.
That qualifies, and
I used
I
to tell her,
understand.
I told her one time, I go, yeah, you've taken years off my career, but I would never take back one bump, one moment, anything. I'll take those years off my career.
Yeah, I still love you. Go to food spot on the road.
Oh my gosh, go to food spot on the road. Oh, this is so hard. I don't know.
See, it's underrated because
I
you're
love
on the road.
sushi burritos. Anything with a sushi burrito.
There it is.
Yeah.
Your favorite, you might have answered this already. Your favorite opponent all time. I know this is a big question, difficult question. I'm sorry.
It's a very different. I can't really choose, but I think if we're going to choose from the fans' perspective, it would be Awesome Kong. Yeah.
Drake or Bret Hart?
Bret Hart.
No love for Drake. That was a Canada-based question.
I know. Well, I hear some nasty things about that guy. So
oh, snap. Female wrestler anywhere in the world that makes you want to come back to wrestle them or wish you could wrestle them.
Okay, I'm not going to include the knockouts because they're all my babies. I'm going to have to say Sasha.
There it is. Oh, shoot. Mercedes now. Mercedes Monè.
Monè.
Two more quick ones. 2023 will be the blank wrestler of Impact. It's gonna have like a breakout year.
Oh, breakout year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for Impact. Oh boy, there's so many. I'm gonna say Giselle Shaw.
There it is. And our last one. Next month, like I said, tickets available now here in Vegas, Sam's Town Live.
Sam's Town, 24th to the 26th, 24, 25, 26.
No Surrender.
Yes.
My 4-year-old son hasn't been to a wrestling show yet.
Yes.
Is it the moment? I take him with me.
Yes.
Have some entertainment.
Yes, please. I will come meet you guys and say hi. Bring whoever his favorite wrestler is out there too.
That's amazing, Gail. We appreciate it. Again, go get your tickets, Ticketmaster.com. Gail Kim, a Hall of Famer, joining us on 1140 The Bet. Thank you.
Thank you. So fun.